All right, here we go. Final map of action here between ATK and Third Impact. Third Impact took Nuke a bit closer than Inferno, with 16 to 11 there, but on to Inferno. ATK just blew out Third Impact in every way possible. Bowden led the charge with MOTM, and it was a 16 to 5 stomping. So we're on to Mirage. Knife round went to ATK, and they're, of course, going to start on CT side. Let's see if they will continue their run from Inferno onto Mirage. Exceed gets the opener here on Fady. Grape drops Truth, and Rizu gets MOTM. It's Third Impact getting off to the hot start they were hoping for.
Third Impact, very good on Mirage pistols, win about 70% of them. They've only lost one man, they've taken out 4 of ATK. Bomb is ticking, missed him on the rotation. Should be a kit down somewhere for him, but if he has to go through 4 players to get there, it might not work. He's got 1 and 2 on the Grape. He's been dinked. Can Mistum pull this one off? Is there a kit down for him? A lot of variables still alive. But Mistum is on a tear, and he's looking for a third. He does just that. Exceed hits the body shot, but he has not eliminated the IGL of ATK. Dangerous versus Mistum. 1v1. The Glock is out, and the Glock wins the duel, but Mistum made that way too close for comfort. He should not be allowed to do that by Third Impact. He just takes 1v1 after 1v1.
Yeah.
No trades there at all. And that one was way too scary.
Well, Mistum is really, really good on pistol rounds. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it a lot more in the future, but man, he's good, especially with the USP. Alrighty. Well, Third Impact, they do get that first round, even though it came down to a 1v1. And ATK are going to go for the Force Buy. They got 3 Deagles, the Scout, and the A1S. If you're looking at the stats, as Truth is going to get that opener on Grape, that's a great start for ATK. But looking at the stats on Mirage here, Third Impact have played it 5 times over the last 3 months, 4 wins, only 1 loss, and a plus 29 round differential. They're feeling quite good there. Over on the ATK side, they rarely play Mirage, like pretty much at all. 3 times they played over the last 3 months, 1 win, 2 losses, minus 5 round differential. So as you would expect from Mirage, most of the matches for ATK have been very tightly contested, and I doubt this one's going to change very much in terms of that pattern.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change much either, John. The one thing is, though, Third Impact only win about 37.5% of the time on T side. That's a terrible metric to have on a map so even. So ATK, this is their chance to really get another big lead and completely destroy the mental of Third Impact. A Molotov kill for Dane, and Rezu gets a kill on the Bowden. Viz picks up Fady. There's one on the balcony. It's an ace stack here from ATK, but I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. Mistum's the last alive, but actually, wait. Rezu on 10 HP, Dangers on 33, and there's a huge opportunity for Mistum to win this round. The bomb on the back of Dane. Oh, he is dead. And now Mistum can go down that ladder and try and hunt for more. Last 2 players working together, and Rezu will deny any bit of heroics from Mistum back-to-back rounds. Rifles recovered for Third Impact as well. No buy-up besides some pistols for ATK this time. But another round where Third Impact, they have some good success. They get the round 1, but it's way too close to call again. And they are going to really have to stabilize quickly, or else once the guns come out from ATK, they're not going to be able to bring the rounds back so easily.
ATK this time around, a Deagle, a 5.7, and a P250, a couple of pieces of utility, but no body armor. That means they're going to try for a bit of a risky play. That means a full-on push down mid. Is it going to work out? Well, the first frag goes their way. Fady finds Dane, and off of that, they fall back towards the A site. Push going to come on through. Bowden taken down to 12, and then Rizu finds a couple. Okay, that's a quick way to gain things back under the control of Third Impact. And you're going to see a push coming here from ATK. That's Fady. He's going to go down quite handily as Exceed finds him. So 2 members left for ATK. The idea for the push down mid was good. They get the opening frag. I almost would have wanted them to keep pushing down there, though, Austin.
I think they were ready for somebody to be there, though, so they just wanted to go for that play, then go back towards A, because there was a lot of presence towards A2 from Third Impact. There was some utility thrown. They had the spots as well and towards Palace, so I think they wanted to get the both of their players back towards the site, too, to defend. And in theory, it would have been the right call, I think. I liked the call from a theory standpoint of, yeah, we got our pick. We're not going to get baited into trying to grab that gun and just getting mowed down. But in actual practice, it ended up being their undoing.
Whoa, boy. Missed him with a nice shot, but it ends up going quickly in favor of Third Impact. Just no body armor to absorb those bullets and that damage, so ATK were very soft into that round. So Third Impact do pick up a couple, off the pistol round victory, 3-0 lead in their favor. And now ATK's got their first full-on buy. They don't have the big green just yet, which is a very important piece, especially on a map like Mirage, to get that mid control. But it will come out eventually. Could take another couple of rounds, though, if ATK end up losing this one. Alrighty, third impact, sending one player out towards the A ramp, and it's going to be a second one very shortly. They're just lining up utility right now. They're going to be throwing towards this A site. Not sure if they're actually going to hit it, though. We'll have to wait and see.
It does seem to be that classic smoke A setup that everybody who's played Counter-Strike a few times on Mirage knows and has thrown multiple times. In comes the smoke out. In comes the take. Utility. There's a lurk from Viz as well. Something to keep an eye on. Good Molotov, and I believe Dane spotted the player dropping a sandwich too. Push is coming in. Sandwich player dealt with by utility. Grapes found Bowden as well, but missed him. 3 kills from under hell. He's got a massive 3-piece, but can Fady pick up the pieces? 1v2. Good nade onto Viz, but now Viz knows exactly where his last opponent's coming from. He was the lurker out through underpass. Fady up on top. Spots out Viz. Viz has the angle. Will be a 4th straight on the board for third impact. Viz making his way into a window room afterwards. Nice little KZ jumps coming in from him. But ATK's buy gets shut down again. And who was the player doing it all for ATK? It is Mistim.
Yeah.
His teammates have a combined 4 kills. He has double that.
It's unreal what Mistim has done here so far on Mirage. And I'd say throughout the entire BO3, right? He's at the top of the scoreboard in the previous 2 maps with 42 frags and a plus 15 kill to death differential, not to mention an ADR of 91.3. But at least here on Mirage, he seems to be the only player who's really gotten off on the right foot. Third impact already get that opening frag here. ATK just onto a pistol buy-up, and well, they've already lost 2 players. Truth, MOTM, and Fady remain. Fady does have the swag, but he's jumping into a bad angle to have that shotgun, but still saved by MOTM, honestly, as MOTM hits the headshot on Dane, but a bit of a rough spray. That said, Rizu finds Truth, and now third impact with 4 players left standing, mid-control as well. They can go wherever they please, and that will be the A site for a free plant.
Yep, they'll get the bomb down here. Should be the round win for for third impact, I should say. ATK though, I think they had their moments in the earlier rounds where they had an opportunity. A lot of that was due to miss some solo efforts, but they were getting themselves opportunities to win rounds. Now it just seems that third impact has adjusted well and has gained so much confidence off of the early going that they're firing all cylinders individually, which on a map like Mirage can completely spell destruction for ATK, because third impact, they're a team of aimers. Up and down the line, Grape, Exceed, Rezu, Viz, Dane, they are all very good aimers. They've all shown very good results on this map. And for ATK, you give them this kind of confidence, good luck, have fun. It is not going to be a fun time for you when these guys start swinging you when you have the op out, and all of a sudden you're one tap from a guy wide swinging from brick.
Yeah. Well, at least ATK finally get the big green in the hands of Bowden Master, who has been extremely lethal with it. Very fun player to watch when he's got the op in his hands. So let's see what he can do here. Let's see, he's going to be headed towards the A site, but likely ending up in connector as his final destination to support the mid hold. Only 1 player going out towards mid, that's Viz, but the opening frag is Dane's on Truth. Truth had a pretty good Inferno, I would say. Better than, of course, his nuke, but this start is also leaving a lot to be desired. Bowden, though, he gets on the board. Viz is down through the smoke. The problem is third impact have already gotten their presence towards the B site. It's going to be a fight here for ATK, and they do almost come out on top. If Fady gets that second one, it's a different round, but now we're sitting at a 2v2. Rizu down to 13 HP, and he tries to stick the bomb with so much presence from ATK. Now a 1v1, though, as Grape gets the trade, but Bowden knows his position.
It's a great fast rotation from ATK trying to stop the bleeding here, but they've already lost 4 players in a round, which they needed to win clean to get things going back in their favor. A win is a win, but when you have to reinvest so heavily into the next, it's going to be very risky and very costly, especially when third impact have so much, and it's not even a done deal yet either. Bowden's in a 1v1 against Grape, and yeah, he was great on Inferno and on Nuke, but can he pull it off on Mirage too? He only has a flash, and Grape in theory has the time. At this point, Bowden has to be worried that Grape could have rotated all the way back through Cat. But what a swing! The crouch comes through! And Bowden is not deterred! Grape arguably might have waited way too long and given Bowden a little too much comfort. It was getting time for Bowden to start getting antsy, but he's going to hit that shot. You don't get many misses from him when he already missed initially on that first peek onto Rezu. Bowden will not miss again. ATK get their first round of the board. Their money is broken yet again if they lose this one. They have a bit of utility across the board. MOTM really has the most of that. Bowden still has his op, though, left to play. Third Impact. They have a bit of residual cash on Rezu and Viz. Not the best economy, but it's not bad either. And if Dane can swing onto Bowden and win this duel first off, it's going to get worse and worse for ATK, and Bowden's going to get chased away. Viz falls first to MOTM, though, and a good start for ATK.
Bowden's going to go for the push, and what a great flash from MOTM to support him. Grape goes down 5v3, and as soon as Bowden gets the op, right, he gets 3 frags in the previous round. Great push out here to get the opening frag in the round for a squad. I should say second frag in the round for a squad, and now it's a 5v2, so ATK look like they've definitely got their feet under them now. Dane gets domed by Fady. Exceed the last one standing here, and he's going to try and work his way to the B site, but Fady's watching. He has to support. Bad timing to pull out the utility, though. He does end up getting down from the van and surviving to throw that smoke, but a little bit risky for him. That said, look, Exceed's surrounded. He's done. ATK win it quite easily, and all 5 players left standing.
Now, this is the ATK we saw on Inferno. Cool, calm, collected, great communication, great reads. And who was the catalyst there? And who was the catalyst in this round too? Bowden.
Oh, yeah.
Bowden is their star man. He is the man they built this team around, I feel like, in the sense that he's the guy this whole team operates around. His successes boost this team forward. There is moments of success from MOTM and Fade and Mistim really right now as well, but a lot of their stabilizing factors rely on the op of Bowden. And it is such a good presence to have where you get that opening pick and it completely shuts down the T side. It makes them think a lot more moving forward in rounds. They know what this guy's capable of now. They've tasted his op a couple of maps now, and it does not seem to get better. And look who's got that opening pick this round as well. It's Bowden. He's out towards mid, or rather towards A. He's in towards CT. And this is the thing, too. He's everywhere at once. Fizz picks up Truth, but Bowden, he's either mid, he's B, he's A. He's everywhere, and you don't know where he's going to be.
Bowden patient here, watching from the A site. Exceed manages to sneak through and head towards those stairs. But still, he's got his work cut out for him because Bowden's likely going to flick up in that direction should he decide to go and show face. Third Impact are leaning towards an A site hit. And you see ATK, you know, they've taken a couple of players off of A, leaning towards the B site just to check out what's happening. And if Bowden rotates off too, this could be extremely problematic for ATK. Bowden's thinking about it, ends up sticking around Ticket, smoking a fly in his face. But he should be able to gain some space and boost over the smoke to see some targets. That said, he's not looking towards his left. And now the gap underneath the smoke, a big one. Let's Exceed get the frag, but MOTM missed him, and then MOTM again recover to make it a 3v1. Dane is isolated. And another strong round here from ATK. This time, it's MOTM stepping up and missed him, knocking down the last one.
Yeah, good combo between those two. Op recovered for Bowden as well, so that bodes well for ATK to have him on his weapon of choice. AK is back in the hands of Third Impact, though. Grape with his op as well. ATK are slowly clawing their way back forward. Another win here would reset Third Impact and get ATK a nice, easy 5th in theory. Unless Third Impact get that bomb down and go for a force. Flashbang out middle. The peak from Exceed. Can it yield fruit? Can it bear something of success? No. A triple play towards mid. One up cat, one through middle, and one in con.
Wow. So Rizu going to get Mistim there as a response, but Third Impact are shorthanded, and now even more so. 2-man advantage as Viz goes down to Truth. Rizu and Dane do have a little bit of space to work with at the B site, but I mean, Fady's watching this, and he will almost spray down Dane. A little bit sloppy from both sides, but Dane does end up getting finished off by MOTM, who is helping from Cat, and MOTM gets the last one as well. Second consecutive 2K round for MOTM, and ATK have won 4 in a row. Wow, what a difference that op made, of course, getting in Bowden's hands, and then the riflers stepping up as well for ATK. This is looking very problematic for Third Impact.
Yeah, and this is the thing. That op comes out for Bowden, and everyone calms down because of the presence that it provides. And it's so impactful right now. You see the step up of everybody across that roster. Their performance is elevated as Bowden's impact rises. And I believe this is a timeout called by Third Impact, but ATK are also going to follow it up here with a technical in just a moment. So we should be on pause for a little while longer. It still seems, though, that without finding a counter to Bowden's op, Third Impact are going to struggle and struggle
Yes.
heavily.
You know what? And I'm glad you brought that up, Austin, because Sixy was a big reason why Third Impact, or formerly Triumph, were so good on Mirage and why they have that 4-1 record. They haven't played on Mirage since Sixy decided to leave the roster. I think he might be going to Strife. I'm not sure where Sixy's going to end up, but the fact of the
Yeah, I
matter
don't
is,
know either.
having a strong player like that is on a map like Mirage is so important. And when you lose that, and no offense to Grape, I think he's been very good on the op so far, but I'm not sure he'll be able to fill the role the way Sixy did here.
And the thing is, too, with Sixy, he was a very flamboyant player.
Yes.
He was a very flashy guy. It's a far cry. It's a great contrast from Grape, who's more of your steady as she goes, still trying to fit into the role too, I think, and he'll evolve as the season goes on for sure, and as the role becomes more familiar to him. But Ziggsy, he was able to pick that op up. He was IGLing for a large part as well. He just walked into that role. He'd been wanting to op for a while, and he was enjoying himself on it. And when he got into the flow of the game too, he would go for some crazy plays, and a lot of the time it would work out because of his raw confidence.
Yep.
And I think that'll happen to Grape once he gets used to it, because we've seen what Grape's capable of with a rifle. The dude's nuts. But with the op, it almost seems like he's tempered a little bit and almost slowed down a little bit, quite literally because of the op movement. But it's not his normal position. There's no comfort level with it. So it's
For
going to
sure.
be a struggle, I think, for Third Impact in the early going. And with Bowden, too, even there's not even like utility that they're using to really get around him, because when they've tried that too, he either dodges the flash or he gets the timing right anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the thing, right? Third Impact lose their opera. They don't really find a solid replacement, and they're kind of left in a bit of a limbo stage right now. Whereas Grape can fill that role. He's been a secondary opera very often, and he will jump, like you said, he'll adjust to the primary op role soon. But the thing is, when you're not used to that and you start facing a little bit of adversity, you tend to slip out a little bit and struggle a little bit more than you would if you're confident in your opping abilities, especially as a primary opera, versus ATK, who were struggling to get a primary opera. They had two good options last season in Cyrix, who they felt didn't have enough experience, ended up dropping him, even though I thought he performed quite well. Maybe there was some behind the scenes stuff going on that wasn't working out. Then they picked up Minus, who was great. Like, he was playing really well for ATK, and helped them come out with some pretty impressive results at certain points. The thing is, he wanted to leave the roster to join the Orgulus initiative. So then they were left without an opera again. They decided to go across the pond to Europe and import a couple of talents in Truth and Bowden, of course, Bowden being the primary opera. And man, well, we can see why their scouts decided on picking Bowden, because man, it's just fantastic the way he's playing.
Talk about instant impact.
Yeah,
This guy has walked
absolutely.
into the roster, showing up in Mexico at the team house. Basically, I don't know if it's same day or next day for him. I know for Truth, he's only been in the region for about 12 hours now. But it's like he's just shown up and absolutely dominated once he got going. Bowden's been great on all three maps. He's continuing his tear, aggressive now towards B. But it's the positioning, too. He knows where to be so many times. He's able to move around that map, almost like a device sort of opera in that sense, too, where he's completely rotating everywhere. He's able to slot into every single site. His team is working around that as well, splitting up their positions quite well. And because of the fact, too, that Third Impact don't know if that op's going to be on A, if that op's going to be on B, if it's going to be middle, if it's going to be on catwalk, if it's going to be underpass, if it's going to be watching Palace. There's so many different variables that they have to play more scared, and they have not found an answer to that. And right now, their pistols are not exactly well tuned to take out this op pixel angle of Bowden Master towards B, and he's ready for this.
Oh, what a shot from Bowden. And he gets the follow-up, too. He finally goes down, but man, what a sequence. Even against pistols, that's not easy to do, as Grape does manage to pick up the AWP. That's a bit problematic here for ATK, but not so much. Fade's just going to come through and wipe out both Grape and Rizu, then missed him, finds the last one on Viz. Well, it was scary for a moment, but a great sequence by Bowden. Despite the fact he went down, he gets the opening 2 and gives ATK the chance to rotate around with both the information and the frags.
That's Solid performance again from Bowden and the rest of the team as well, starting to get more comfortable as Bowden heats up across the server. ATK now looking for their first lead of this map. Bowden going aggressive, misses the cat jump. He's going to get mollied off in con. Still smoke that off though and sit right below it. Little angle below that smoke will find nothing, but he creeps forward. Can he catch somebody with utility in hand? Utility flying back and forth as a player in window room to support, but Bowden's forced away at the connector, and he will tuck tail and run. Is taking the initiative out towards top mid. Bowden, though, he's going to get the opening onto Grape. Molotov goes through as well. Bowden continues to be that first blood maniac for ATK. They continue to start to stabilize more and more into this half. They can get a 10-5 out of this, John. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm seriously considering a 10-5 is almost normal for them at this point.
Yeah, no, it feels that way. They've really taken control of the momentum in every way against Third Impact at this point. MOTM tucked into window. They don't really clear it up well, do Third Impact, so that's an opportunity to get a flank. They have a player at Cat, and that's Rizu. Excuse me, that's not Rizu. That is Viz over at Cat. Rizu's the one who gets missed him, though. And now Third Impact double back to go to the A site. They've got a couple of players potentially going to surround them here, but Viz managed to drop Bowden. Truth gets only one before burning alive in the Molotov of Exceed. It's going to be a 3v2 man advantage as Dane will get this bomb planted here.
Beatty trades it back to a 2v2, but Viz destroys him in return. Revenge, but still one more alive, and it's MOTM. He's still a great player in his own right. He's been a little overshadowed by the might of Bowden. MOTM is going to look to clutch up and be the hero for his team in this round. Bomb is ticking away. He spots out Viz, but does not connect the shots he needs. It's planted for the ramp player. It's a spray down. MOTM, he's deciding, I think, to get out of dodge here, as he knows there's no more time. In towards window. Viz is going to try and hunt him down. MOTM gun out, playing in towards spawn, tucked in behind corner, waiting for a push. Will not come. Third Impact, they strike back and grab the round. And it's a good confidence builder for them. 6 rounds to the T side of Mirage. About par for the course. If they can get 7, I think that would be ideal for them. 7, not an unlikely scoreline either. But for Third Impact, it's finally good to break that streak. It was so long where ATK dominated after those 5 rounds. Those were all gun rounds too for the most part. So Third Impact, they know what's at stake. They need this round. They need this map to take the series and avoid going down 0-2.
I mean, Viz was critical there. He got 2 important ones. One on Bowden, of course, who's been lights out. I think 8-3 since picking up the off in his hands, which is great, of course, for ATK. But Mistim's going to go up mid, get 1. Bowden finds a trade after Mistim goes down, and that's just great for ATK. They need to fall off of this one before Bowden gets dropped, and he does manage to escape 6 HP. But when you're the Opper, you only need 1 HP. That's all you need, because you just need that 1 shot to get the frags out. Rizu could be that 1 shot that Bowden fires off here. He's waiting for the peak to come through. Exceed does manage to get Truth, but there you have it. Bowden finds Rizu, 2nd frag on the round, and the man advantage restored for ATK. But look where Exceed's managed to slip through, Austin.
But they have to be careful. The bomb still has to cross. There's a lot of time on the clock, too. Maybe they call the audible to B. Yes, they do. This is the call. This is the play. Third Impact making the proper read. Exceed's going to back his way, hold them off, but he's going to catch off MOTM. Beatty and Bowden, how do they react to this? They're not even aware that B is a possibility. This is a great read by Third Impact. I want to know who made the audibles. Probably the IGL, but it could have been either Grape or Exceed too. Probably Exceed, given the fact he had all that control. Oh, he's got a free kill in the backstab. Fady doesn't expect the player out towards jungle window. He just walks away, expecting them both to be on B. And it leaves a 6 HP Bowden in a 1v2. And I don't know if he's going to even attempt this. I don't think he should. There's no money for Mistim. He probably wouldn't be able to get an op back into his hands unless he shuffled guns around with MOTM. And all in all, considering his health, it's not a site he wants to try and retake. So he's going to run for the hills. And Third Impact grab that 7th. They've come alive at the right possible time, despite the best efforts of Bowden.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Bowden had those 2 important frags, but great job by Third Impact. Exceed in particular with that 3K and Third Impact. I mean, we were talking about it, all the momentum in ATK's favor. We felt like nothing could break it, and then Viz was the answer in the previous round. This time it's Exceed to step up, and Third Impact have recovered in a very big way. 7 on the board. ATK, though, they built up enough bank to buy again into this round. Their 3rd consecutive full-on buy-in this time. We're going to see the double up, I think, for the first time. I'm not entirely sure.
We haven't seen a double up all day.
Fady's going to be grabbing that secondary op, but it should be interesting to see. Yeah.
Because MOTM was their primary opper before they tried to get the oppers in the offseason, like Cyrix and Minus. But now Fade's holding on to the secondary. Run boost scares Bowden off. There's Truth to trade it back. Dangerous, though. A man you can never underestimate. Pops 2 brains. And now it's a double pick for him. Third impact up a man. 4v3. Fade on the secondary op. Also on Catwalk, curious to note. Will he be expected? Probably not, but with third impact having the man advantage and thinning the defenses so well right now, they can pretty much have free reign of this map and go wherever they so please. Fady spots out one, though, and a second does not connect it, though, and that's a big miss. That gives the information over to third impact, and now they can capitalize bombs to rotate safely through towards T-ramp. Fady's being sprayed down as well. One player on A has missed him, and he's been huge. He's got one. Can he get a second? Yes, he can, but not a third. And Exceed's got MOTM as well. All down to Fady on the op. The hero play, can he pull it off? Rotating in through jungle. Flash into CT spawn for Exceed to get the info. Rezu pushes in those digits down towards default. And Fady with only a smoke is in a very bad spot. He'll swap to the AK, and he'll get wide swung by Rezu. Half won by third impact. Now the question remains, how much more can they put on the scoreboard?
Yeah, honestly, ATK in that round, I think Fady misses that shot and that's the end of it. Honestly, I think you kind of alluded to it as well, Austin, but you have to hit that. It looked like it was on. I think he was just moving a little bit too much, and that means the op bullet doesn't go as straight as he wanted it to. So that's going to give third impact at least the half here. And Rizu, well, he's going to drop Mistim. ATK don't have enough to fully buy up here. They will get the hero A1S, but outside of that, it's a 5-7 and 2 Deagles. Grape's going to eat a nade. Goes down to 64. I don't think they spotted him out, though, so at least he has that playing in his favor. Should ATK decide to push up, he will likely have that player, which would be Fady, dead to rights. Third impact have a lurk towards his A site. It is Rizu. And we'll see if he can make some noise for his squad, or even if he has to.
Yeah, I like the mid play late from third impact. They have the crunch from underpass as well. They have the opening kill. And they're setting this up well. They're seeming very comfortable now. And this is a third impact we really haven't seen since Nuke. So it's good to see them back into this mindset. It's good to see them back into this flow where they're starting to show exactly what kind of a team they can be. Odin has the rifle and he's got the control towards ramp. And he actually might get a free kill onto Grape if he's not careful. But the split's going to come in on towards A. Only Bowden can really hold this down. And will they clear for him? They will now. As they know where he is. Up on stairs. There's a spray from Dane. They'll go 1-for-1. Viz picks up 2 towards middle. Cannot spray down Truth, however, who will grab that AK. And probably attempt to save here. Yeah, you could buy up into the next round still. But I think you'd want the AK into the next round. Instead of going for a very unwinnable 1v3. Headshot from Rezu shuts down Truth. 9-5. Are we going to see a 10-5 half again in favor of third impact?
Well, I mean, you called a 10-5 half, Austin, but in the opposite direction. Honestly, no, but third impact played really well since that point. So you got to give them credit, especially Rizu, who stepped up big time, up to 15 now leading the scoreboard. It was Viz who started the fire, and then Rizu was the one throwing all the kindling on it to keep it going. Because man, oh man, third impact are looking great, and they're fragging out well. Which, I mean, on a map like Mirage, that's how you win or lose, right? Everyone knows all the strats. It's down to how well you can go against the other team in those 1v1s. Exceed is going to go down, though, right off the docket here against Mistim. And he will reposition himself into Palace.
And he's got timing. Mistim's just dominating right now. Truth will eliminate Viz as well, leaving it down to a 2v5. I think ATK are going to avoid going down 10-5 here. Mistim with a hat trick. Might even go for the 4K. Grape shuts that down with his op, but I don't think he's going to be able to do too much more as Molotov also lands right in front of his position. It was intentional, just to buy him a little more time, but Grape, I don't think there's much you can do unless you can grab that AK. And now let's see what Grape's rifle prowess is up to. He's going to get spammed through a smoke by MOTM. Sound cues work. 9-6. We'll hit to half number 2. See you in 3.
Till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Cody, fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah.
All right, we're back here. Second half of action of the final map in this BO3. Winner takes it all. Third Impact up 9-6. It was a great recovery from ATK after being down 5-0 in the first half, won 5 in a row. But after that, Third Impact really turned on the Jets. We'll see if they'll keep it going here into the second half. On to their CT side. Dane and Rizu get the opening frags. Dane looking for another one, but he finally gets shut down by MOTM. Luckily for him, Rizu is right there for 2 more. Missed him, the last one standing. He finally ends Rizu. But the thing is, he's still got 3 players left to take down, and he's not up to that task. Exceed ends it, and Rizu's hot hand continues from that first half. He is now up to 18, and Third Impact into double digits.
Yeah, great showing again from Rezu, and missed him. Anything's possible, and he's last alive on a pistol round. He was only able to get 1, however, in that one. Third Impact will notch their 10th. ATK will not invest too much into this next round. A Deagle, P250, no utility whatsoever, not even an Ender's Flash, so they'll just split up around the map and I guess look for picks. I think probably grouping up with the pistols is a better call here rather than defaulting, but they're going to go for a default nonetheless. Hope to catch somebody off guard. Slow and steady, though. We'll see what ATK want to do in this round. For Third Impact, though, they have the Scout for Grape, a couple M4s, a FAMAS for Exceed, and an MP9 for Dane. A mid play with the bomb in the cards, and Rezu up on Catwalk might even be able to add to his tally.
Trying to pop out here with the P250 and look for a headshot towards Ticket. He gets the information, so probably going to call that out to his teammates who are trying to make a play here in a round where they've invested very little. Of course, just the P250 and the Deagle brought into the round. Rizu continues his hot hand. He gets his 19th, looking for the 20th now, and it should be all third impact. There is said 20th. And Fady and Missum are just lambs to the slaughter at this point as Exceed and Viz take them down. ATK have 6, but third impact are 1 round closer from closing this one out.
It would be a great recovery, too, considering how bad Inferno was for them, how it just seemed that they could never get the wheels rolling, that there was no real meshing in the team, and everything went south. So to see them respond in such a fashion here in Mirage is really good. It's like they just put that map completely behind them, completely forgot about it, had very short memories, like a pitcher in baseball, or like a tennis player. Both positions, you need very short memory. And third impact living up to that expectation. Either rifles for ATK though, plenty of AKs. One flashbang left as they've used another one out middle. The mid crunch here from third impact rather is going to yield 2 kills. Exceed and Viz, and Exceed's going to go for more, but Rizu has him from jungle. And it's a complete and total mop-up job towards top middle. Bomb is down with the last 2 ATK players to the extremities of the map, both on each side. And third impact looking to win this bonus in flawless fashion and completely stymie ATK's chances of trying to build back into this round. Into this map.
Yeah, very bold play as Viz going to get that frag and everything. Just a bold play from third impact to send 4 players towards mid to get that control. The peaks and the timing on everything was perfect, and they just pick apart ATK's attempted take of mid. Wow. Doubling up on their scoreline as well, 12-6, and as you mentioned, on a bonus round for themselves, and they'll be able to continue that on forward. Not to mention, they've upgraded 3 of those weapons to AKs, a Scout, and an A1S. Oh my goodness, it's just great news for them because they've got the economy, they've got a chance to, again, shout out ATK here as they're onto a pistol buy. Great. Looking for the opener. He's got the Scout, doesn't get the tag and gets tagged himself down to 67.
Yeah, I thought he hit that.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Oh, that jump, that could be costly. They know where he is now, John. Grape zeroed in, but the Tech 9 catches the timing, and it should catch Grape off guard. Viz has gotten one onto Fady, and he'll back up Grape and get the trade. Rezu will spray down a couple more, though. He continues his hot streak. 24-9 for him. 13-6, though. Good cleanup there by third impact. And this is coming down to the last-ditch effort of ATK. They're coming down to their last couple of buys. If they don't win this one, they should get one more before third impact put that final nail in the coffin. But the road is running out for ATK, and they really need to get something going.
I mean, look, Rizu was so quiet on the previous 2 maps, especially, of course, on Inferno. But man, he has chosen a great time to wake up for his squad here, powering them to 13-round victories. Like you said, ATK is running out of time right now. They've got 4 AKs and an op. There's Miston with the opener on Viz, who got caught with some utility in his hands. So they'll be able to gain some space into connector. And Fady could spot out Exceed. Perhaps vice versa. No, Fady, I think he saw his foot underneath the bottom of that smoke. He gets that frag. Rizu does the damage once more, though. Gets 2, looking for the 3rd. He finds it. He makes it a 2v2 all by his lonesome. Could even get the last 2 if he plays this one right. Rizu behind the smoke now into jungle. Bowden peeking back and forth to the off. Has the support. My MOTM goes down. Rizu trying to get the ace, but he's cut short by Bowden. 1v1 though. If third impact take this, which they will, they have Rizu to thank. 2 frags short of a 30 bomb and a 14th on the board.
What a show individually from Rezu in this map. It was the Bowden show over on Inferno, but on Mirage, it's dinner with Rezu. Stand up to con. And Rezu is just absolutely demolishing everybody right now, completely owning that 4K. The fact he gets 2 out of that initial spray, then the 3rd from an exposed angle where he's not even looking the right way. It's a bit of a shaky spray, but the way he recovers that one is nothing short of incredible, and he almost gets the ace out of that too. I think the ace would have just been fitting for how well he's played. Just wasn't able to get it. But this, I think, is the end of the road for ATK. They need this round. If they don't, it is curtain. And Exceed starts it off. Bowden, though, he's not done.
Wow, yeah, great opener from Bowden. He sprays down 2, great transfer. And now a Truth is going to drop Grape. So ATK, at the very least, saying we're not out of this one yet, with a very authoritative take of this A site. Only Dane left standing. He's all the way towards T-spawn. Doesn't necessarily have to save, but it's not a bad idea because he's down to $4,100. A little bit behind the rest of his teammates, who are mostly sitting near or above that 6K mark. As Dane, well, yeah, he's just going to be happy to save here. There's really no reason to take the fight. Money's already a little bit tight for ATK, so they don't want to chase either.
Yeah, no reason to chase. And for Dane, I do agree. Also, it just keeps that CT economy that much stronger because we all know how tough it is to build up a bank on that side. So keep that gun. No real chance at a 1v4. Play the odds. Move into the next round. Grape back on the op, but he has been very underwhelming on this map, John, and that's a big concern for Third Impact. They've relied so heavily on Rezu. They need somebody else to step up, and you want that op to be that key point. We've seen how impactful Bowden's been for ATK. There isn't that same kind of fear factor for their impact with the op, and that's something they're going to need to desperately fix moving into this season, and moving down the line here too. But as we speak, ATK are priming up for an A-pop. 2 Palos, 2 Ramp Mystems already out in Sandwich. This is a very good spot for ATK to find themselves in. Oh, that's not a good start though. Rezu, Fizz, Exceed, all destroying, all finding the frags, and 1 return from MOTM. I don't think it's enough.
No, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's still possible, but MOTM's going to have to fight his way out of Sandwich. At least he has Truth to support him, so that's the good news. The bad news is there are 2 players around the corner, but MOTM doesn't care. He gets both of them. Grape takes down his reinforcements, so it is a 1v2. At least he's going to get this bomb planted. Grape has a really good position. He just has to hold this angle and work with Wizard to get the job done. MOTM managed to take the head right off of Grape, though, looking for the fork, actually the ace, and MOTM gets the ace to win the round. Rizu goes down, and wow, ATK again, staving off a 15th round victory for Third Impact.
MOTM, the hero play. It was all on his shoulders, and boy, did he deliver. Taking heads off his shoulders, getting the round for ATK, putting Third Impact on a half buy as well. This should get them up to 9. ATK looking to come back into this one and bring themselves closer to an overtime or even potential regulation victory. Third Impact's pistols, though, will be up against them, and we know how deadly they are. MOTM could get caught off guard by Dane pushing through halls. It's going to come down to the timing. MOTM will find Exceed. Fady eliminates Viz as well. Putting through the map. Dane gets caught out. Grape falls as well. Rezu, he's been a hero, but I don't think he's going to have up his sleeve. I already caster cursed MOTM into getting an ace, so maybe I'll caster curse Rezu into getting a 1v5 Deagle ace at this point. But actually, with the spread out positioning of ATK, there is a slight opportunity to at the very least do some damage.
Rezu will get surrounded here. Get a headshot. There it is. Truth down. Probably going to stick to the Deagle. He does, and Fady will take him down. So only 1 frag to show for Rezu in that round, and 9 rounds on the board for ATK, 1 away from 10. The thing is, they were down by so much, Austin, that it's going to be hard to make this comeback become fully realized without much of a challenge, of course, because Third Impact will get that full loss bonus, and they're going to have the rifles up and running for quite some time, even if they continue to lose. So you got 4 A1Ss and the op out here for Third Impact. 1 more round going their way, and it could be curtains for ATK. At least they've built up a little bit of bank for themselves, as they will try to take control of mid, it appears, though they've been successful. But Miss, I'm just going to charge right out of ramp, gets Grape down to 4 HP, who misses this shot, and now burns in the Molotov. This is huge for ATK. They can gain a lot of space. Exceed has to stand on his head, but a perfect flashbang thrown. Unfortunately, that's by his teammate.
That is really bad news for Third Impact, but a 2v3 is still a winnable situation. Dane has a bit of an angle CT spawn, but if Fizz falls here, it should be it. Dane in a 1v3 has a flashbang and a spot onto 1. MOTM dashes away, though, wisely playing cat and mouse, toying with Dane. Takes him down very low. 2 players left in connector. And Dane senses the danger. Going back towards CT, does not know these 2 players are waiting for the crossfire, though. And 1 round will put Dane 6 feet under. He's going to fall away. He's just going to save, I think. And we'll have a 14-10 scoreline. Only 4 rounds now separating these 2 teams, and Fady could do the catching or get caught himself. This is the case. Dane down to 6 HP. That's just unlucky there for Fady. Bowden should be trying to get the hunt, though. And if he gets this kill, there's nothing in the hands of Third Impact into the next round. Bowden
Whoa.
been so good. Does
Fire
not
the
take the
shot.
shot, though. Yeah, I was hoping for it.
I mean, just take the shot. Just shoot towards bench. But he doesn't.
Just do
Anyway, look, ATK are playing very well now, up to 10, and Third Impact did invest quite heavily in that previous round, so they're going to have to be on at least one eco before the full loss bonus helps them get to another full-on buy. That said, ATK continue to creep closer and closer to making this one look like a possible victory. All right, here comes the utility towards the B site. Third Impact gambled at A, and this is going to be a free plant. So almost certainly going to be an 11th here for ATK. You do have Rizu waiting over in market, and, well, he's going to back off. Dane could catch off the Opera here. That would be a big pickup. Exceed does manage to take down Fady. This bomb still hasn't been planted. Let's see if ATK can close this one out at this point. Oh, Dane's positioning is actually really, really good.
And he's the player with the rifle. Exceed takes one up too. This is possible, but Bowden and MOTM deny the first two. Dane needs to pop. He needs to strike. Rezu needed that kill. It's all down to Viz on a USP and Dane on the flank. He's not made his move, and now he's been way too late. Bowden has the read and the angle and the kill. 11 to 14, 3 rounds now, the chasm. And it has definitely shrunk to within striking distance for ATK. Third Impact. Can they pull this off? It's becoming very worrisome. Third Impact. And if they don't get this round, ATK have the momentum swing plus the economy advantage to push this to a 14-13.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, honestly, in that situation, I almost wish Dane would have gone a little more aggressive on that flank, because had he pushed up sooner, he could have taken out the Opera. I think they were right next to each other at one point,
Precisely.
right?
They were right outside the wall towards TV.
Yep, exactly. So, honestly, Third Impact letting this one slip away. They're going to have a lot of rounds to look back on if ATK pulls this off. And there's Truth finding the opener on Grape. 5v4 in favor of ATK. Bowden with the op in his hands. He's going to have to look for that opener towards the A site. Exceed could be that player, and Exceed's spray is very messy. He does manage to get the frag over on Bowden, but the bodies are falling unless Viz has something to say about it. Great spray transfer for 2. That said, Mistim has the response.
This is so winnable, though, John. The bomb's in the open. Dane's here, and he knows one's in Palace. He can get the low HP player, if he can take out Mistim, whichever way it works. Dane can pull off this 1v2. This is incredibly doable. He's got a Molotov as well. The timing on stairs, though, could be the misstep for Dane. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for sound cues. Fady's low HP. The Molly, will it finish him off? No, it will not, but he's down to 10. Dane has missed the deal with first. Does not clear sandwich. And he will be eaten. 2 rounds now separating these two teams. The money actually could be enough for a buy-up by Third Impact. It wouldn't be pretty, but they could muster it, although I think a force or a half, I think a half buy is the right call. Don't go for the full invest here. A timeout has been called, though. Let's see who it's by. Third Impact. They're going to call that timeout. Make sure they cross all their T's and dot their I's going into this round and figure out what they want to do economically. Because it is tantalizing to go for that full buy here, but only Viz really has a lot of cash. Half it. MP9 on Viz. Aggressive play towards middle. Try and catch him off guard.
Look, yeah, I think the half buy is the right call. I agree with you there, Austin. There's no reason to panic now for Third Impact, but we do have to look at the facts here. It was 14-6 in favor of Third Impact, and ATK won 6 in a row. And a lot of those rounds were very much up for grabs by Third Impact, especially the one where MOTM ends up getting the ace. And full credit to MOTM, those shots were disgusting. So good, especially when he took out the Opera Grape, who has been very quiet here in the second half. Only 1 frag, I think, to speak of, which is, well, obviously Third Impact want to see more from him. That said, only on the pistols now for Third Impact, and we're going to try and go out towards mid. It's Rizu who was firing off a few shots, but Truth gets the opener. 5v4 for ATK. Still a lot of time on the clock, and Third Impact have a player isolated at the B site. Reinforcements can come in, but I don't think they'll come in time. Yeah, even though they do, both players fall. This is B taken, and at this point, if you're Third Impact, you have a couple players, body armor, pistol, MP9. I mean, might be worth saving. A little less expensive in the following round. And that's what they're going to do, or try to.
Yeah, they can try. Don't know if they'll be allowed to. AK upgrade for Viz, but can he stay alive with it is the better question. One more player coming from CT, another one from behind. That's missed him, tapping away, not connecting, but Viz will fade away. But there's another player, that's Bowden. And Bowden will get the kill on to Viz in the end. 13-14. ATK have closed the gap to 1. But Third Impact have their bye. The thing is, though, this is such a dire scoreline. Third Impact lose this round and don't save guns, they're broke going into the next. ATK can completely flip this and get to 15 rounds should they pull off the victory here. That is what is at stake now for Third Impact. It's
This
a
is
complete
crazy.
total turnaround of the map. It's insanity.
I can't believe it's come to this. But ATK, look, coming into this one, they hadn't played with Budin or Truth so far at all because they just joined the team today, literally.
Yeah.
And to perform this well on no practice at all is so incredible. It brings back hope for ATK, who had a lackluster season last season in Premier, season 39. Maybe ECL is
Barely
going to
stand
be an
alive.
entirely different story. The bomb's going to be planted here. Grape gets one. Rizu gets a second one, so it's a 4v3, but ATK have control of the site.
Yeah, the retake decision in a 5v5 is a very risky call. It's a coin flip almost as to whether or not you're going to be able to pull it off, but with that kill on the missed him, it makes it so much more likely. Buden, though, is he going to be able to pull off the hero op hold from ramp? There's no utility, and he spots out Exceed's shoulder and delivers a finishing blow to the head. Truth and Buden, both the new players, both on the same side. The defuse! It's stopped! No, it's not! Rezu gets the last two as well, and Third Impact sees victory from the jaws of defeat. They pulled off the impossible in that round. The ninja comes through, and ATK flounder in the dying embers. One final chance for him. They can give themselves another round win here, and a timeout called most assuredly by ATK to settle it down and figure out what to do next and what went wrong. Because in a 5v5 hold, that should be theirs every single day. They had it planted for them. They had the play, but a good flashbang or two from Third Impact plus the hold works out for the CT side, and Third Impact have ATK on the ropes.
ATK kind of trapped themselves. They're both players at ramp, and look, that utility was so good from Third Impact. I think 3 flashes thrown over the wall towards T side, and Budin didn't have much to look at just because of purely that. Eventually, once he recovered, the bomb was being defused, and they didn't realize because of the flashbangs that were thrown, they didn't get the audio cue at all. And by the time they realized, well, it was too late. Third Impact, excellent retake. Well played for them after, I think it was 7 rounds in a row that ATK was really bringing the herd on. So here we go. Could be ending here in this round, but Budin gets one on Rezu. Grape manages to get the trade, but the advantage goes back to ATK only momentarily. Dane's right there. Third Impact really don't want to give up control of mid.
Really don't. And it could be their doing. Buden picks off Viz. Now MOTM jumps into window. He's got that complete and total angle on lock. That's a bad spot for Dane too. And look at Exceed. He can get timinged as well. There's too many different options. It's going to come down to one misplay or another. MOTM jumps out. Hey, he's so lucky to be alive. He could have been killed right there. Exceed now wary of the connector angle as well. MOTM spots the head, delivers the blow. Dane in window, trying to stay alive. Goes for MOTM. Takes way too much damage. Caught off guard by Fady. And ATK do secure another opportunity to take this one to OT and completely start this fresh. MR3 16 Ks our overtime rule set, and it's going to be a full buy from ATK. What is Third Impact going to have? MP9, FAMAS, 2 M4s and another SMG. Utility is sparing and sparse. There's no defuse kits. ATK have a red carpet to tie this up.
No, Third Impact do not go into this round without a defuse kit. Oh, Bowden misses a shot, so perhaps that missed shot will be an opportunity here for Third Impact. Fady and MOTM working their way towards those B apartments while the other 3 players look to gain mid control. It's actually looking pretty good for ATK right now, but Third Impact are playing very passively. The lack of a defuse kit could be a determining factor in this round. I would say, honestly, Austin, that Third Impact really want this to end in regulation because going into OT, I would say all the momentum would be in ATK's hands. It would be, what, a 9-1 run if they get there, and they'll be feeling way better than TI.
Oh, 100%. This would be ATK's momentum again. They battled back from a 14-6, if I remember right. So you're going to have a lot of momentum. Your team morale is going to be high. It's going to be flying, and it's going to be fantastic in those comms for ATK. Can't say the same for Third Impact. Those the B Halls. Pop is going to come through. Flashbang goes high. Booten looking for the cap pick. Not going to get it. Grape holding as well. Blinded and not demolished. Dane will pick up one and a second as well in the MP9. Rezu still undiscovered on site. Dane gets mollied out of position, but still alive. Rezu, however, dealt with ease, and he gets caught off guard on Catwalk. Dangerous. 3v2 now in the favor of ATK. Seed and Viz trying to pull it back to their favor. Vistum's going for the ring around the rosy. Viz is making all the noise in the world, and he is domed. All down to Exceed. A 1v3, 2 players low on health. There's nobody up on Catwalk, but Booten has the angle with the op. It's hard to get past this one lone man. He will not be denied. Overtime coming up here. ATK, Third Impact. It is tight. It is tough.
Yeah, I guess you got my intention. Got me closer all the beat, feel like another dimension. I don't wanna talk, baby, you should let it go. I don't wanna go, let me stay a little more. Now talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. Baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Yeah. Sometimes I like the way you try, even though you know you will fail. Sometimes I give you hope before I take it all away from you. I'll never let you.
All right, here we go. Overtime. Who would have thought, with Third Impact up 14-6, that ATK would run 9 of the last 10 rounds to push to this point? All the momentum lies in ATK's favor. The thing is, we got the 16K start money in this overtime, which means that Third Impact won't have to worry about those half buys or force buys. They've got whatever they well please here in every single round.
No double up for Third Impact. They'll just elect to hold on to one on Grape, which I think, given their rifling prowess, is more than fair.
Yeah. I would say, though, even though they do have the full loss, the full 16K start money, still ATK had their number, even in the rifle-on-rifle round. So there's a lot for Third Impact to work on here.
This, I think, does favor ATK so heavily right now, and Third Impact are playing this very passively, letting Third Impact have full control of mid. It's a very passive hold from Rezu on Cat. The A players are very far back, almost turtled up. Molotovs to clear out the ladder room and Sniper's Nest angles. Fady, though, could get forced forward, and he could even catch Exceed. That's a sound cue for Fady. He's going to get flashed, but Grape has picked off one. Viz gets another, and now things are collapsing for ATK to try to work through mid on towards A. A good trade back from Truth, but do they clear out Exceed? He drops the smoke, and he gets caught because of it. 3v3 now, but Grape is still alive, and Rezu strikes again. He's been a menace so far for Third Impact in this map. He's going to work as well. He spots the bomb, but he only delivers a dink. Fady and Truth combined 109 HP, although split across the two. Grape misses a big flick on the Truth. Now it's all a 1v2 for Dangerous. It's completely swung back into the favor of ATK. And if they pull this one off, it would work out so well for them to start off overtime. So much damage by Dayton, but that's a spray he needs to connect on. Oh no.
Oh, geez. Dane, 1v2. Like you said, doesn't connect on the spray. Now he has to flick back and forth to find both Truth and Fady. Gets the first. Fady now behind Triple. He's going to peek out. I think Dane saw him. Or maybe not. Dane gonna look around. He does manage to flick to Fady, and Dane saves the day for third impact. Honestly, shouldn't have gotten that close. Third impact looked like they had full control, but credit to Truth, who gets himself a 3K on the round. And speaking of Truth, we talked about him having a very slow start in this BO3, and it made sense because you know how short of a time it has been since him flying into Mexico and of course joining up with the team. But man, look at this, 21 frag to him. He's had some important moments. Even though ATK loses that round, still it keeps third impact on their toes.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to Nuke not being his favorite map. That's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe.
Because he looked solid on Inferno too. He had some good moments. So it's just Mirage has been where he's really been able to come alive. Missed him though. Will do just that. Opening kill on the Viz, and the second on Rezu, who's not ready for it. That is a blunder, and now, a big miss by Bowden actually allows Grape to get a pick and maybe even go for two. That's a good evener out for third impact at the very least. It brings it to within a one-man disadvantage. Dane, though, caught out in the middle of nowhere, in towards CT, and look where the bomb's going, a wide open B. Third impact of a tall road ahead of them. They brought it back last round, but the hero, Dane, will actually shut down Missed him. This gives them a window, and a wide one, to bring it back.
All right, Truth gonna get this bomb planted more than likely. Yeah, he's got the cover. 3v3, post plant. Dane and Grape double peeking around that corner from Market. Grape has to defuse the Molotov before he can join Dane, but Exceed does manage to get one from Cat, looking for the second one. Fady can't finish him off. That isolates him, and that will be it. Dane finds MOTM, and Exceed gets Fady. And Dane Joris once more involved in the retake effort to get the defusal as well. And third impact could have used this in regulation, but better late than never. 17-15 in their favor.
Well, we've seen both teams have very strong CT sides.
Yeah.
At moments, at times. Like both teams have had very strong CT sides at times, but they've also collapsed in epic proportions. So for ATK, if they can capitalize on a weak point in third impact CT sides, they need this round. Or else third impact, who got 9 rounds on T, might be able to exploit something. Now Grape in towards underpass, goes for a second, but he's taken down by Buden in the end. 1-for-1 trades. Ops getting both kills. Buden expects the player on catwalk, although this time it's not Rezu, it's Dane. Dane gets the timing so well. The Molotov was in the hands of Buden, and he cannot strike with the op. 4v4 as ATK again go for the mid stall. They have been spinning their wheels a little bit too much in towards middle. Palace lead to their undoing yet again. A swing from Exceed spots out Fady in towards Palace. He deals quite a bit of damage, but MOTM eliminates Rezu elsewhere on the map. This is where ATK can shine, where they can play with a man advantage. The bomb will be recovered, but Dane's getting aggressive in towards Halls. Is he actually in kitchen right now?
He is?
Yeah. This info. And look at the Palace push from Exceed. Wait.
This means ATK could split the difference if they go down connector, but they don't. That would have been actually a really good play because they could have snuck onto the A site. That said, Truth is up to the task here. He drops Viz, leaves Dane in apartments. They have to clear it up, and they do. He's flanked, but he still gets the frag, flicks around, and almost finds MOTM, but does go down at the end of the day. Exceed the last one standing. It looks like at the very least ATK will be able to pick one round up from this first half of the first OT. But Exceed will get a headshot. The second one, he does get the second one, almost whiffs it, but Truth, the hero, gets the last frag and keeps ATK at least onto one in that first half.
Man, this is definitely something incredibly close, back and forth, and Exceed almost pulled off the 1v3 to get third impact that 18th. But the thing is, John, a lot of those rounds, in fact, I think all 3 of those rounds for third impact came down to clutches. And that's just not sustainable. They need to be able to win and force.
Well, I mean, we'll see. At least they have the lead heading into the second half of this first OT. So 17-16, ATK onto their CT side. And you're going to see Buden with the AWP. You saw him make a lot of noise on that CT side with the op. Like you said, both teams having some pretty decent moments on their CT sides. We'll see if that Buden op comes to be a difference maker.
Uden definitely has been a difference maker, and I would expect no less of him in this round, although he has cooled off a little bit as we've gone to the later portions of this game.
Yep.
But we'll see if he can heat back up again. Thing to keep an eye on too is how Grape will respond, because he's starting to get a little more comfortable as time goes on, but that is a classic Buden swing, and I'm going to call it classic because we've seen those plays time and again from him. Viz, however, doms one and a second. Viz just steps out and brings it back to Third Impact's advantage, and this is the rightfuler of Viz you have to be very scared of. The aim stars of Third Impact are picking it up.
Yeah, like I know we've talked a lot about Rezu as Buden gets his second to even out of 3v3, but honestly, the amount of times that Viz has opened things up with multi-kill rounds and great transfers, I think it's been 5 or 6 times that he's done it by himself. So really impressive entries from him, and there's a third. It's missed him going down, and Viz versus Buden at this point, and Viz has the edge with 3 frags versus 2. Now Third Impact are doubling back towards the B site, and why not? They've made so much noise leaning in towards A that they've drawn ATK away from the B site, and it should be a free take, but Fady's realized that something's amiss, and he will rotate around at least in time to get information. There's nothing. He almost had a 2K, but could not even get one as Dane drops him through the wall. All up to Buden now.
It is all up to Buden, but then again, it's all up to Buden. And that's the scary factor. Shut down by Rezu, though. No hero play from Buden in this round. And Third Impact, double series point, double match point. But we've seen them here before. And we know it didn't go their way the last time. So we cannot rest easy. We know ATK is capable of the comeback. And they've gone for the double ops, John. They've got Fady on the secondary here. That missed shot the last time he had the op does come back to mind and towards Khan. That kind of got the round back in favor of Third Impact. But maybe this time he'll settle down, get comfortable. Buden, though, aggressive up through middle, going for this again. Viz on the other side of it does dodge back, exceeding tag down quite low. Buden, an uncharacteristic miss. Falls back into Khan to try and stay alive. Bomb back, C for Third Impact, as they will settle down and wait for an ATK mistake, perhaps, or at least a pick. But the aggression ramp can definitely find something good for ATKs. They cannot afford to lose another round.
Oh my goodness, I love this confidence from Buden. Just pushing up mid with the Austin. It's just so nice. And then he flicks around and gets Viz. And also the retreat was great too. Flashbang thrown, a Molotov as well, I believe. And then he just managed to wink his way back into connect without taking any damage. So really good movement, great utility usage from the Opper. And he also finds the opening frag in the round. 56 seconds left on the clock. Missed him. Very aggressive here in ramp. Gets a 2K. Dane and exceed his victims. Rezu managed to get one before going down, and it leaves it all up to Grape. And look at Missed him being cheeky. Flies out of the smoke. Grape does manage to take him down, but I mean, it's a 1v3. No map control really to work with. 38 seconds left on the clock, and well, the only thing going his way is that he has the bomb on his back.
Here's the op push of Fady, but a big miss. Grape has an opportunity now, a window of space to exploit, but the time is continuing to be his enemy. He pushes in towards middle MOTM, and Buden now going to collapse on this angle. Buden with the swing should take out Grape, and he will deliver a nice shot right there. Another round to go. ATK need to tie it up here. At Third Impact, might be seeing ghosts at this point. Can they recover? Can they get this one in their favor? It's definitely coming down to some very serious close rounds. And John, I'm becoming very nervous for Third Impact because I don't know if they can get to this point again.
Yeah, it's been this is their 4th opportunity to close it out, right? And it should have been more than that, honestly, because they were up 14-6. But again, ATK refuses to say die. And, well, Third Impact cannot deal that killing blow. 4 AKs in the op, and, well, obviously into overtime. They can buy whatever they want. 4 A1Ss and the op for ATK. Let's see who will outplay the other. Are we bound for double overtime? Or will Third Impact finally end this? Let's see. Fady going to be charging out with the knife in hand. What was that?
He got rid of the op.
Okay.
It's another default from Third Impact, and I almost wanted to see them go for something fast here. Just try and change the pace, try and catch ATK off guard. But they're just going to play business as usual right now and actually get a lot of map control dry onto the A side. How is Rezu out on site? He's got there for free, essentially. Now the smokes come through, but Rezu's positioning means there's a lot more ground gained by Third Impact. They can shut down rotations from this position, but he is taken out by Truth, who pushes through for a second, but he's shredded back by Exceed, who continues to close the gap more and more. 1 through Con, 3 through CT, and Buden's found dangerous. He continues to be a menace. 80 up towards Con. There's a couple players that he could find as well if they get the timing right. But the CT players are going to be so hard to deal with. There's no utility for TI. They have to go for a safe plant. They'll get it done. The collapse is going to come through. The advantage is firmly with ATK. It's Beatty for 2. He's not going to get a third, but Buden and team surely will have this one. OT2 coming forth. It's missed him to punch the ticket. And well, OT2 will happen. We're going to take a break before we get there. We'll see you all in a moment.
You stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin. When they hear this sound, don't give up, don't give in. Before they catch a
All right, we're live into the action here, jumping right into it, folks. Our Rizu is going to get the opener. Buden trades it right on back. 4v4. ATK have staved off series point 4 times. They've evaded. Push it into once in overtime, and now into double overtime. Viz going to be keeping an eye on window right now. And Third Impact are looking to make their push out. Fady gets overloaded a little bit towards Cat and has to fall off. Throws the smoke to guise his retreat. And OTM's very cautious here. He knows that someone could have gained space into window room. Spots out the information, supported by his teammate, and gets the frag. Buden drops Viz. Only one left. No, none. It's Buden getting 2. And Truth finds the last one. ATK win the opener of the second OT.
Not only did they win the opener, they win it in style. Buden from 7 HP gets a couple. That double swinging towards Vent was a great play between him and MOTM. And ATK are looking fresh here to kick off OT2. It's going to be another full buy from Third Impact to have foregone the op in the hands of Grape. I was wondering if this was going to be the case because Grape was really struggling with the op on this T side. He's a very good rifler. In fact, it's his normal role. So not surprised to see him with the AK in hand. Viz, however, eliminates the main threat in Buden. Now it's down to Fady and company to bring this back in a 5v4. Collapsing on middle, 3 players moving 2 through Con, 1 through Cat. And Fady will eliminate Grape, who just can't not catch a break right now in this map. 4v4 situation, though. Plenty of time, but not a lot of map control. And missed him clearing out Palace makes it even easier of a read for ATK. Third Impact are walking into the Lion's Den.
Truth waits patiently towards the A site. And now ATK are rotating off towards the B site. No one on A. They do have an aggressive position from Mistem, but perhaps this is the right call anyway, since Third Impact send 2 players into ladder room. And no presence as of yet towards A. 46 seconds left for them to make their decision, and it looks like it's going to be a B hit because the bomb is likely going to go in towards T apps, and they're going to leave 1 player behind at underpass, and that will be Viz. Alrighty. Third Impact, I mean, they have to make their hits soon. Fady jumping up and down, looking for that information, but it is B at this point, Austin.
It is going to be B. There's 3 players here ready to defend. The mid-crunch from Viz has to be very impactful. Fady falls at the site, drops the flash. There's smokes down as well. The push comes through, but the damage is done. Fady with a couple. MOTM strikes for 2 as well. And it's a complete and total lockdown of the B site. You shall not pass. And ATK, 2 rounds away now from taking this series from the brink of defeat, losing their map pick, stomping on Inferno, and clawing back on Mirage. They win this round. This puts Third Impact into such an awful scenario. There's also an M249 down on the floor. Just had to reference that. But it's becoming disaster for Third Impact.
Yeah, just buying up the M249 because why not? It's the last round of this half of OT.
Rezu could have had a smoke if he didn't buy an M249.
Ah, perhaps it was missed by then.
It was.
Either way, look. Missed him. Is going to be waiting here. I'm not sure that's going to have a big impact on the round, so to speak, as Missed him throws that smoke towards Palace. He'll look away for a moment. That could be his undoing if the push comes out at the right time. Truth having a peek around the corner, and Dane will take him down. Traded up by Missed him, but Dane also finds the follow-up. 2 for him. 4v3 advantage, and Third Impact have full control of this A site. Bomb will almost certainly go down here, and ATK will be on for the retake.
Bomb down before these retake players come through. Yes, they can, but that's a double kill from Fady from almost anywhere. And that's going to be a good trade back by MOTM onto Viz, leaving it all down to Grape, who's picked up the op yet again. It has not been his saving grace. And with Buden on the other side of things, it's going to be rough for him. The op scope denies the vision towards top stairs. Grape has to be very careful. He swaps back. The defuse was coming through, and Buden swings at the right time. It's going to be 3 straight for ATK. And now 3 straight necessary for Third Impact to pull this one back. It is definitely something where Third Impact have almost nothing but themselves to blame for being in this situation.
I mean, that round should have been theirs. 4 players alive, 2 frags to open things up, to get into that A site, post-plant advantage, and then Fady comes in. MOTM as well, gets the frags. They're just not winning their duels, facing a little bit too much in the post-plant. But, man, look, I mean, Third Impact have struggled. Both teams have played well throughout Mirage here, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be in double overtime. But I think ATK have stepped up their game in a very big way. Third Impact choking, not able to close out the rounds that they absolutely have to. And that's the story. ATK, I mean, it's a thunderous comeback, right? If we look at it going back to regulation, Third Impact, what were they up? 14-6. Since that point, they've only won 4 rounds. ATK's won 15.
Yep. ATK has completely turned it around. And you almost got the feeling that they were able to do that in the first half when they went on that 5-round streak, but they weren't able to win the half. It seemed like ATK had figured something out, but they got stomped down by Third Impact. But when ATK moved into those high-pressure situations again, they find new strength and new life. And now it's not just the Budens. Yeah. It's not just the Mistems. It's not just the MOTMs pulling off the crazy plays. Fady's been massive in the last couple of rounds just off the top of the head. And he's been becoming more and more impactful as this game goes on. Same with Truth, who's had himself a very solid performance as well. Not too many flashy big plays, but very steady, good for 1-2 kills here and there, which is something every single team needs. So for ATK, their players have risen to the occasion. They have answered the call. They have come up when the pressure was highest. And Third Impact have crumbled. They have faltered and they have stumbled. And now they put themselves in a spot where even if they're able to get back to one knee, getting up to their feet and taking another step forward, it's going to be another whale of a task. Mid-scrim out. Grape with 1. Fady, though, trades it back. Miz has fallen. Rezu's still out middle. Bomb towards A, but it can be recovered and retreated back towards the B side as well. A lot of this comes down to how this overall A take comes through. Grape's op is posted up and can't find a victim. Great swing by C, but a flashbang denies. Grape will bring it back to a 3v3.
Grape going to get MOTM, as you mentioned. Rezu dropping Truth, and now ATK have to double back to get the bomb. There is a player sneaking up from underpass. Fady needs to find one here to even things out at the very least. The smoke fade could be to his advantage. Could spot out Grape here, but he's not going to be patient, it seems. I think he wants to push through it, and he does, and he still finds it. 2v2. Grape ragdolls to the ground, and then Rezu does get the trade. So it's all up to Buden. One of the newest additions to ATK. 32 frags here. A prolific opper so far in NA. I know I say prolific. It's only been not even a match, but look, he's performing pretty well. Let's see if he can win this 1v2 with 37 seconds left on the clock.
It's been 2 7/8 maps, John.
Yeah.
I don't think you're jumping the gun, though. From what I've seen, he is definitely someone to keep an eye on throughout the rest of the season, and someone I'm very happy to be able to watch for the rest of this season. But in a 1v2, he's still proven himself to be a very good clutcher. And given the fact that it's a 1v1 to get the bomb down, this is a very winnable situation for him. His health is the one deciding factor. And Rezu, as he spotted him, he's ready, but he does not connect. Third Impact live to fight another round. But with Buden alive, you never know. You cannot rest. He almost got it.
It was so
That's the
close.
scariest part.
It was so close. All right, look, ATK still have 2 opportunities to close this one out. And Third Impact, well, they're fighting down to the very last.
Yeah, they're coming down to the end of the line.
But I want to mention,
ATK done it, though.
Rezu, 40 frags, right? I mean,
Holy.
he's taken this team on his back.
Yeah, he's definitely thrown him in the backpack here. I hope it's comfy in there, but not too comfortable where you don't want to come out and maybe help carry the load a little bit. Interesting call from ATK to go back to the mid play again. It's where they kind of faltered for a large part in the first overtime. They're going for it once more. Viz and Vent as well can get a good angle. They go through. There's a bit of a crossfire, Rezu and Viz. Bit of a height advantage there, playing the verticality. They've got the sound cue that at least one's in middle. But I don't know if Third Impact are going to be able to build off of this enough. Their nades aren't doing enough damage, and Rezu gets taken down to 19 HP because Buden spotted an arm. He hit a shot through a wall. 80, though, falls to the hands of Dangerous. And Viz has picked up Truth. The bomb is down in Con. Things can split bad, but Buden stabilizes with a kill. And there's still the player of Mistem working around as well. He's back towards the A side, throwing a spanner in the works. The bomb's been recovered, pushing towards Exceed as Dane's fallen as well. 2v3, and Buden's on the hunt from the back line.
Oh boy, this could be it. 30 seconds left. ATK do have control of the B site, so they're likely going to rotate around. They're just trying to be careful, make sure no one in CT is going to catch them off. And, well, with Buden clearing that out, that will lead his teammates to just run their way to the B site because they know absolutely no one's there. So a free plant, even though it's coming down to the wire, it doesn't really matter. Bomb's going to go down. And it's up to Exceed and Grape to go for this retake, to keep Third Impact alive in a match where it looked like they had full control. Things were supposed to be, in their minds anyway, done and dusted by this point, with only 2 rounds left to be won at 14-6. But ATK, well, they absolutely had other plans. Grape peeking around the corner, gets the shot on Buden, makes it a 2v2. Can they isolate him with him? They do! Missed him, the last one standing in a 1v2. He gets the first. Exceed is down. Time is taken away. He's going to have to make the play quickly as Grape goes for the defusal through the smoke. Missed him, trying to spray him down. Pulls out the knife. Cannot find him. And Grape defuses the bomb. We're still alive here in overtime.
What did we just watch? What just happened?
I
don't know.
I mean, Grape.
I don't know how to break that down.
Grape risked it, threw the smoke down, but oh man,
He had to. There was no time.
Of course,
He couldn't afford to take the fight.
But I mean, like the knife misses, can't swing it down. Oh man, that was just insane. It's just overtime for you. I love it.
Yeah. And there's a timeout called, presumably to calm down the comms. Because actually it's ATK calling a timeout, interestingly enough. And I think that's a wise move because things have definitely turned to chaos for them. 3 match points, and they're down to 1. And what a way to lose that round. That is heartbreaking.
It is. I mean, oh. Well, I guess it's ATK's turn to lose a round where it seemed like they should have had it, right? Because Third Impact have had their fair share of that. But 1 round left in double overtime. First frag goes to ATK, and Exceed trades it right on back. HP, not great for ATK. Only 9 for Buden, but Mistem gives the man advantage back to ATK with that frag on Dangerous. Let's see here. Grape. Nope. He responds. Missed him. Goes down. So still, no one really has the edge, but it is a bit soft for ATK with Buden down to only 9.
They know it's going to be an 8 take, though. Exceed has the information. Viz is going to make his way up calm, but there's a Wall of smokes in his front of his face. Good Molotov to deny a plant, but it's not that far advanced just yet. Exceed is the linchpin, though. He's in Palace, and I don't think they'll expect him to be here. They're clearing the site, but will they expect the player up top? Will they expect the elevated player in Palace? Bomb yet to even be signaled. Now it is. Grape trying to find something with the op. Exceed, waiting, fighting, picks up one. They know where he is now, but his teammates have to swing. Viz finds a second. It's all down to Truth. He can be the hero, but he's got one and only one. As Exceed combos with Viz to get the backstab. 21-21. OT3 is coming up at you right after the...
Down on myself, hope you're doing well. I've been honestly going through hell. Feeling troubled, no one to tell. Draws a bullet, same at the bell. If we had a make-up, last the weekend, save the breakup. Just to be friends, I would not call in the past tense. I would not found it for you. I thought we took it slow anymore. I might just break without you. Can't stop thinking about you. She can't help herself at all. She's falling deep in love. Can't give you what you want. My bad, I messes up. Can't barely help myself. I'm falling out of love. Can't give you what you want. My bad, I messes up. Stole my heart, she broke it to pieces. She said I'm marriage, I picked up the pieces. She left the third time, she had her reasons. I took her back, I had my reasons. Oh no, I can make time, hope you're doing fine. Hurt me when you lie, can you take signs? I can fix that, I won't hurt you. This ain't that, yeah, I do this all for you. I thought we took it slow anymore. I might just break without you. Can't stop thinking about you. She can't help herself at all. She's falling deep in love. Can't give you what you want. My bad, I messes up. Can't barely help myself. I'm falling out of love. Can't give you what you want. My bad, I messes up. She can't help herself.
right, 2 overtimes was not enough to determine a winner. So triple overtime, here we come. 21-21, ATK, clean sweep of the first half of the second OT. You think, all right, that's it, right? Nah, third impact sweep the second half. And that's how we get here. I mean, and of course, that crazy play at the end where the whiff knife comes through and then the bomb defusal ends up happening. I mean, that's a difference maker. ATK had the round. And of course, the entire series right there. But you know what? It's more exciting this way.
Yeah, we continue our overtime climb, and a scrim out here from ATK. Viz Underhell can shut this down. He will get one. Exceed helps him out and doubles down. Looking for a third, pushing forward, but Fady and Bowden have something else to say. Viz only good for one more. Fady the hero, no. Grape will strike with the AWP, and third impact will win their fourth straight round of the CT side. Can they grow it to more? Can they get more out of this one? I don't know, but for ATK, you have to stop this streak soon, or else the momentum completely shifts over to third impact, and you don't want to have a similar situation where you have to sweep out to stay alive.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like all these rounds, especially in overtime, have been so tightly contested. You can't really determine who is going to grasp victory out of any of these rounds. Grape's going to get the opener here. Viz drops missed him. 5v3. So, I mean, like you said, there is a lot of momentum for third impact, but it just takes one 2K spray transfer from ATK here to even things out. And there's Fady dropping Viz. Could get a second one. No. Exceed wide swings around the corner. No utility to help him, and still gets the frag on Fady.
It's still not out of the woods yet, though. Truth and MOTM can try and claw their way back in. They're working their way towards the A site, and there's a possibility they can get the backstab onto the player jungle. Grape will rotate out, though, and Exceed's actually got taken down for free. Does a little bit of damage, but is it going to be enough? 2v3 now, bomb crossing the site. Grape in towards CT, though, can shut it all down. Rezu with the information. They're ready for the CT play, though. No, MOTM's just sticking the plant, but Grape does not take the initiative. He does not swing. He expects it to be a fake. He'll just hold for now. Truth will fall as Rezu catches him through a wall. In the meantime, MOTM caught by the op. And 23-21. Third impact, one away from sweeping this one back. This is getting messy for ATK again.
I mean, look, this is the first time third impact has had a win streak of more than 2 rounds, I think, since they were up 14-6. This is 5 rounds in a row for them going back to the previous overtime, looking to make it 6 against ATK, and it's all about those strong openers. They're taking the initiative at the beginning of each round, and ATK just hasn't had an answer. Grape, waiting here, looking through window, and there it is again, the op of Grape. He's got 4 frags here in this overtime, and Viz swings around to drop Fady. So ATK hasn't even had a chance to fire a bullet here in this round before losing bodies. And again, 3 frags, no shots fired. Truth finally connects on Exceed, but it's a 4v2. Viz gonna peek around this corner, and this could be over very shortly with Truth and MOTM kind of trapped. And yeah, there it is, Austin.
Nade and headshot to finish off the round. A sweep again from third impact on the CT side. Makes it 6 straight rounds. If they win a 7th here, if they win this next round, it is over for ATK. But if ATK sweep it back, we're going to OT number 4, everybody. Let's see if we can get to a 25.
Listen.
Or ATK going to have what it takes to bring it back. Our producer's dying inside as we think about an OT4 possibility. But man, does this just keep on building up into... Well, I think we've also made up for our Inferno speed run too. We've added up a couple of rounds here.
I mean, that Inferno match was over before it even started. It felt like it was just done. It's an asterisk on this match, right? Because Nuke and Mirage have been the most interesting maps. Honestly, I love overtime, and I always say this. I hope one day I'm lucky enough. I say lucky, but I guess I'm one of the rare people who want to do this. I want to be part of the longest overtime ever. I want to be casting the longest overtime match ever. I hope it happens one day, but maybe tonight. Who knows?
Well, I would join you on that if it's on a LAN.
If it's on LAN, yeah.
There's my caveat. There's my caveat.
Yeah, okay. I don't care, but, you know, I get you.
I feel like having an arena there would just up the energy so much more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crowd and everything.
Yeah, the crowd just keep on going back and forth, pound for pound. Imagine like a like a 7 or 8 round overtime in the final map of a major?
Oh, man. That would be, oh my goodness. Like, that doesn't even have to go break any records, right? Once you're into that
No.
point, it's just an unbelievable thrill ride.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that would be my ideal end to a major. Just an overtime that goes back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's just,
scrappy.
maybe we'll get that one day. But right now, 24-21 in favor of Third Impact. They'll need one more round to close this one out. That's what ATK needed in the previous overtime, and they couldn't find it. Maybe they'll return the favor to Third Impact this time. Here we go.
A play from Third Impact, fast and furious. They're already prepping for those smokes. Perhaps a flash to get Dane in early, but there's going to be a lot of aggression here from ATK as well. Booden outside the Molotov. Can he see through the flames? He spots out one, but Mistim's got his back.
Oh.
Goes back for more. Double dipping they are, but Rezu trades it back. Booden still around the edge with the op in hand. Bad spot to me, but he still gets a no-scope. Truth is shut down. Rezu, Viz in a 1v3. He's stuck out towards Tetris. Goes in towards Sandwich and Stairs. He walks through the smoke to his doom. 2 rounds to go for ATK. Are they going to pull it off to OT4? Clean, aggressive. They're throwing the strap books out the window. They've all seen everything each other has to offer. Now it's about getting weird and getting wacky. And ATK with a strong round shut down the first of overtime for Third Impact.
That's unbelievable. Booden standing on his head. I don't know how he hits that no-scope. Literally had a millisecond to get that shot off before he went down, and he gets it to make it a 3K. And, of course, in the end, secure the round. ATK prevent Third Impact from closing it out again. Oh, whew.
What a shot from Booden.
Yeah, Booden. Unreal. 38 frags for him. He's looking to hit that 40 bomb as well. Rizu, of course, has already been there for a little while, up to 43. But if you look at the effort from ATK across the board, I mean, everyone has been contributing here throughout Mirage, especially towards the latter part. Oh, nice shot again from Booden to make it a 5v3.
It's Booden to stabilize again for ATK. He's the stabilizing agent of this reactor. He gets them going at a smooth pace. He gets their energy production up. He gets everything working well for them again. And if he gets this third kill, it's all but gonna seal. He gets a collateral for 4! The Booden show again! He's showing up with the op. He's got 41 of his own, trying to outdo Rezu. Anything you can do, I can do that much better. No ace for him, though. Truth will deny that. But a flawless round for ATK. And who's the man of the hour again? It's Booden. He don't care about what hour it is. He doesn't care what the stakes are. He doesn't care that a round loss would completely end this match. And while it might go down as the best Premier or the best Challenger League match of the season, it would still be a loss. He wants the win. He wants OT4. And we continue to march along. No op for Third Impact. Booden has his toy, though. And he's going to go aggressive up middle, perhaps. No, just into con. Ever-present danger wherever he goes. A spot on catwalk, a pixel angle, and he'll get that first.
Alrighty, Booden. Here we go. That's his 5th frag over the last 2 rounds. Fady waiting at the B site. Viz does manage to get Truth. Here we go. Third Impact trying to take control of B. There we go. Exceed gets Fady. Maybe another one to give them the edge. 3v3. No man edge. Exceed's trying to stick the plant. It seems MOTM's right around the corner behind this smoke. Exceed staring down towards Market. He doesn't want to plant it until someone shows face, and the trade comes through, but the bomb has been dropped here. Now they have to recover it and get the frags against a hot Booden, and missed him with the AK supporting, and Booden drops Viz to make it a 2v1.
Booden's low, but it does not matter. He is hitting everything that comes across his sights right now. Great, creeping forward, trying to recover the bomb, sprays down one, but does he expect the second? He should know where Booden is, but Booden again! 4 kills again! And no, we're going to OT4! Booden has single-handedly denied victory for Third Impact! 8 kills in the last 2 rounds! He's dominating again! And Third Impact, what can you do against Booden?
I honestly don't know. This is just unbelievable work by Booden, but we're just going to hit a quick break here, guys, and we'll be back with the next overtime.
Who's getting high on emotion? Look around, look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on it. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Take off. Rush at the rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Ha. Rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Cody fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Cody fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah.
Quadruple overtime is upon us, and well, believe it or not, Austin, both teams sweeping their respective halves to keep things alive and push it into an overtime twice in a row.
Yeah, we have not seen a T win in 2 overtimes. In 12 rounds of Counter-Strike, we have not seen a T side win a round.
Wow. That is actually crazy. I didn't even realize. Scrape is going to go out here and try to change that. Viz has already taken damage, though, down to below half health. Third Impact looking for that mid control. They got a player pushed up in connector, and Grape does manage to take down Budin, the player who was haunting them in that previous overtime with 8 frags over the last 2 rounds. And Rezu, along with Grape, just going to post up here at top mid and wait for their opportunity to push out. Likely going to throw some flashbangs to clear some space.
Here's the thing. It might have been Budin going down first, but there's still Fade, who's been a monster in OT. Mistim's been great all game. Truth gets taken down by Grape, who's foregone the op. He's gone for the AK, and it works well in his favor. Dane's in Palace as well, and I believe it's going to be an A split. 2 through Con, 1 through Palace, and then 2 through Ramp. A classic A play and a gamble stack from ATK is the right read of the situation. I believe the only read you can realistically make from here. Third Impact are completely starting to set things up into their favor. Missed him on sight. He's marooned. He sprayed down 1, but only 1. MOTM trying to come through, but with Rezu eliminating his lone teammate, it's going to be nigh impossible. He'll get 1 kill for the road. But Third Impact have finally gotten a T round. It took 13 rounds of Counter-Strike, but somebody finally broke that streak. If they can build on this, they can definitely set themselves up for success. But it's going to take some serious work from them, because we all know what Budin's capable of. And he got a little overzealous in that last round, peeking while blind. I don't think he'll make the same mistake.
Yeah, well, Truth's going to push out here, and he's blinded and goes down. So it wasn't Budin, but it was Truth this time, getting blinded and being dropped towards mid. Rizu getting that frag, but MOTM strikes back on Exceed to make it a 4v4. Viz looking to gain some space up Cat. And that Molotov will force MOTM back onto the B side proper. So there's the space they were looking for. How they use it is another question.
ATK have been spinning their wheels out in mid quite consistently. And
Ooh.
what a pick by Mistim. This is a great find. And that's a man advantage for ATK. Fade's pushed up to find Rezu. And Third Impact are falling down again, stumbling to the ground. I'm getting flashbacks. I am seeing ghosts. I'm hearing Fortunate Son in the background. And my vision's going black and white. It is getting to the point where I can almost smell another overtime, even from this stage, as ATK respond in spades. There's only 2 players left for Third Impact, and ATK have all the information. They have all of the plays they need to lock Third Impact out of this round. That's just one of them. Budin will not be denied his prey, and it's just clean from this man. I don't even want to know how long this guy's gone without sleep, too.
Yeah, he's definitely jet lagged. There's no question about it. Going all the way from Europe to Mexico, that's quite a time difference, but doesn't matter. He's almost at 50 frags. 47 on the board, leads the server in that category. So jet lagged or not, Budin is making his mark on this season of Challenger League, and it's only his first match. Fady going to be charging down mid. Viz likely going to engage here. A couple of flashbangs come out, so Fady's going to have to back off of this one. No, he just turns away from the flashes, and MOTM supports to get 1. Fady goes down, but it's MOTM with the 2K. 4v3 as the nade connects on Dane as well. ATK not surrendering mid-control this time.
No, Third Impact got mid-control 2 rounds in a row, but rather ATK answer back on the 3rd try. They're able to get their way finally. Budin's got another one with the op. And it just seems that he will not be denied another opportunity to seal the deal. Dane's picked up an AWP to try and counter his Swedish counterpart, but Budin is just retreating back, playing a little more passive, playing the opping waiting game. He'll go back and keep an eye. Yeah, actually, almost gets timing there by Dane, but he'll swing when the molly comes flying through and capitalize on the timing. He will not get the next, as Rezu will try and pull this back to Third Impact, which would all but secure a win in theory, as people have found it very hard to win T rounds, but MOTM spies him through the smoke. And 25-26, we will go to half number 2 of OT4, with ATK needing 2 rounds to push this one to the end, and Third Impact needing 3 on the CT side, which has been done before. There's no saying they cannot do it again. But ATK, if they win 1 more T round, they secure OT5. And at that point, we're looking at 60 rounds possible of Counter-Strike on Mirage.
Wow, that would be nutty. Alrighty. Well, I mean, look, ATK has to win a T side round, right? I think it's been 2 OT since they
Yeah.
have. So,
It has. But Third Impact broke the streak.
well, that's how it usually goes, right? You're like, oh wow, we finally broke the streak. That's gonna break their backs, and then they go and win a T side round too. So,
Yep.
we'll have to wait and see how this one pans out. We're in quadruple overtime for those of you just tuning in. It's the final map of the BO3, and both teams just don't want it to end. Buden's pushing up aggressively down mid. Could get the opener, but no. The head does not peek out there from the player over at Ticket. Exceed, though, he's pushed up aggressively down a ramp, so he could get the jump on Mistim. He's going to be coming around this corner, but no, Truth sneaks in towards jungle. Grape goes down. Mistim finds Exceed as well. Everything going ATK's way. They spot out the player towards Ticket. That's Viz taking so much damage. He goes down to 10, barely surviving, and ATK has full control of the A site and this round now with that frag on Rezu.
That was double ops invested from Third Impact as well, and they found nothing for it. 1 kill, make it 2, as Dane tries to claw his way back in. Gets almost a third, but Truth will come in on the backstab. ATK. It's Truth this time to step up to the plate. And series point for them. But they need to win 2 T rounds. That's the problem. It seemed to be very difficult for anyone to find any success on the T side once we've gotten into overtime. Third Impact. This is their last stand again, but we've seen them sweep on the CT side. No reason they can't win 2 in a row. A lot of mid presence from them. Underpass rush coming through, but the bomb's going towards A with 4 players here. And if Mistim even gets one of these guys, man advantage plus big advantage, he's going to get 1 for free. No chance of a refrag with ATK in the driver's seat, but Dane has a response.
Jeez, that was a really ballsy play there for Third Impact, pushing underpass. I'm surprised it didn't get punished more, but ATK evened out a 4v4, but the health anything but with Mistim at 22 and Buden at 64. Will it make a difference? Well, we'll have to wait and see here. Oh no, Viz gets caught out pushing out of T apartments, and Buden punishes. There's the man advantage, and a ton of space opened up towards the B site. ATK, though, have 1 player up connector. If he does a damage, it's even more troubling for Third Impact. And there it is. Mistim finds not 1, but 2. This could finally be it, folks. Rizu, the last one standing, gets 1. Maybe the second to stay alive, but no, it's Buden. Appropriately enough, getting the final kill and hitting 51 to give his team the win in the series. Guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll break this one down.
You've got what it takes to fight.